Rob here from D&D Toy Reviews, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Modular Armor Iron Man. So let's jump into it with
accessories.
So for accessories, it's a little bit light on accessories, but not too bad for Marvel Legends. First, we get a pair of repulsor blast hands, and you can see there's a hole in the palm there for the repulsor blasts, which are made of a soft, dark blue, clearish rubbery plastic, I guess. And those just peg into those holes like that, like we've seen on many Marvel Legends Iron Man figures before. And to swap the hands, we just pull out the fist, pop in the repulsor hand, and we're good to go. And so since that's it for accessories, let's get on to
Articulation.
Okay, so moving on to articulation, let's start with the head. The head is on a disc swivel in a ball, with this disc being in the neck, the ball being in the head. So we get plenty of side to side, not really so much any tilting. We do get very good looking up, though when I first opened it, the disc did not want to move at all, and even still it is very tight. So if you're trying to get the head to look up and it just doesn't want to go, it could just be that the disc needs a little bit of heating up to get going. But as you saw, we get good looking up, good looking down. And if we pop the head off for a second, you can see that the neck itself is also on a swivel inside the torso, which is kind of interesting. And so when you're trying to get the head to look up, it could, and it just doesn't want to move, it could also be that the neck and swivel point are out of alignment with the direction of the head. And for the shoulders, originally I thought I could only get it to go that far, but if you hold it up near the bicep swivel, it will go out to the side that far. And I don't know if you can hear that, but it is on a soft ratchet inside. And the problem I found is that the shoulder armor here tends to jam up on the hole for the shoulder to move in if you're not careful. So it's very easy to accidentally push up on the shoulder, and then this soft overlay gets jammed up on there. So just put your thumb at the top and swivel up. We get a bicep swivel. We get a double jointed elbow. We get a swivel and a hinge for all of the hands, and they all have the same up and down hinge there. We get an excellent ab crunch that gives us very far forward, very far back. We get a waist swivel, which also has a bit of a ratchet action going on inside of it. Just standard ball hips that let us kick this far forward. Oops. Pretty much a little bit backwards, I guess. And out to the side, we get a thigh swivel, and this little bit of armor is attached to the lower half of the thigh, so it swivels around nicely with it. A double jointed knee, boot cut, so we get some swivel at the boot, and the feet go up, down, and beautiful rocker. So for articulation, we get pretty much everything we could hope for in an Iron Man. And as for the look of the figure itself, the gold is done in a very beautiful gold paint. Although I will say my left arm has a bit of a, I don't know if it's going to show up on camera here, but there is a bit of a molding. I guess the paint wasn't dry properly when it got packaged and got a bit scuffed up, but it's not terrible. The red itself is done in that swirly plastic that Hasbro seems to like using on Iron Man figures sometimes. And for the most part, it looks really well done, except for on my copy's helmet. If it will focus, there is a black line running down the helmet from here. You can kind of see it there. Let's see if we can get it to focus a bit more. Nope, we don't want to focus this morning. Anyway, it's not terrible. It's a bit of an eyesore, but it's not horrible, and from far enough away you don't even see it. And the repulsor, the arc reactor, sorry, is also done in arc reactor, repulsor, whatever you want to call it, is done in the same gold as the rest of the figure. Lots of line work molded in detail throughout the figure as well. It looks really, really nice. So yeah, there it is. Marvel Legends Modular Armor Iron Man. Unless Hasbro gives us a 2.0 of the Bleeding Edge, I think this is probably the last comic book Iron Man I'm going to be needing for quite some time. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the review, and I'll see you next time.